to the team or others. All right, so we have these 10 questions. Okay, I will give you some time to complete yours before we end the poll, and let's see what results will look like. Let's see what the results will look like. So I'll give you some time to complete. We just have only, okay, 41% of you have completed. When we get to, Mr. Jami, when we get to, let me say, 60%, I'm sure we can end the poll and let's see where we are. Or do I say 70%? Let's give some time, 70%. We're at 50% now. Half of us in the class have taken this poll. So if we get to 70%, let's see if we get there, we can end the poll. Or do we end it now at 50%? No, give some more time. Okay. It seems it's not moving beyond 50%. All right, so do you want me to end the poll now? Okay, it's going up, it's going up. It's going to 54%. All right, it's going to 54%. Let's see, let's see, let's see. So, Mr. Jamil, I'm sure when we end the poll, let's end at 60% of our time. Let's end at 60%, and then you please present the poll results. Let's see. Let's see how well we fare in setting goals as entrepreneurs. Interesting. So once we have 60% of you taking this poll, we can end the poll. All right. So we have 4% more to go, and then we can end the poll. We are 23 on the call, 13 of us taking this exercise. All right. I want us to have this plus 60. Okay, Mr. Jamil, let's end the poll now. Let's end the poll. Okay, and then you can share the results with everyone. Let's see the results. All right, so you can see here the first question that says, how often do you set goals for your business? I can see 38% says annually, 23% says monthly, 20% says weekly, okay, 8% says rarely, and only 8% says daily. What type of goals do you prioritize the most in your business? Okay, I can see 46% says growth and expansion goals, 31% saying financial goals, and 15% says customer satisfaction goals, and others. Do you write down your business goals? I can see 54% saying sometimes, and 30% says always. Okay, so please note this. Let's all note this, number 3. Do you write down your business goals? Okay, let's note this very number 3, sometimes. Okay, and then question number 4, how specific are your business goals? 77% that says somewhat specific. So, and 23% says very specific. So let's note this. Question 3 and question 4, let's note this. Let's note that down. Question 5, what is your biggest challenge in setting your goals? 77% is saying insufficient resources. So Dr. Stephen will not tell you whether resources are the only things that we need, or whether sufficient resources are the things we need to achieve our goals. We shall learn from this class. Let's note questions 3, questions 4, and questions 5. Question 6, how do you track progress towards your goals? 62% says regular reviews and updates. That's good. All right. Question 7 says, do you share your goals with others for accountability? 62% says sometimes. 31% says rarely. And only about 8% says always. Okay. Question number 8, what time frames do you focus on the most for sharing or goal setting? All right, 77% says 6 to 12 months, medium term. And 50% says short term, 1 to 3 months. And then only 8% says long term, 1 to 5 years. We shall see which of these are the best options and when do we do medium term, when do we do long term, when do we do short term. Question 9, how do you reward yourself or your team for achieving goals? Okay, 23% says financial incentives. And 20% says recognition and celebrations. And then 34% says, I don't usually reward goal setting. Okay, let's see if it's a good thing not to reward goal setting or not. We shall see at the end of this program. What has been the most effective strategy for achieving your business goals? 38% says breaking goals into smaller tasks. Okay. And 31 says regular reviewing and adjusting goals. All right, so that's it. This is how we play. Thank you very much, Jamil. I'll stop sharing this and go back to the main class. All right, so Jamil, thank you. Okay, so can I close this now? Go back to the main class. Good, good. Thank you everyone for taking out this poll. All right, so all of these, we shall address Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Chairman, Foundation. We are addressing challenges and these issues in class. So let's now welcome our chairman by listening to his profile before he comes on board. Thank you.
Dr. Stephen Akintayo is Africa's most influential investment coach. He is a member of the Forbes Business Council and a recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Forbes Best of Africa, Leading Investment Coach and Real Estate Mogul by Forbes Best of Africa Award. He is the chairman of G-Text Holdings and the founder of Stephen Akintayo Foundation. G-Text Holdings is the mother company of 11 subsidiaries with a highly innovative and young workforce. These subsidiaries include G-Text Homes, G-Text Land, Stephen Akintayo Foundation, G-Vest, G-Text Farms, G-Text and Associates, G-Text Academy, G-Text Soft, G-Text Hub. G-Text Holdings has several branches in Nigeria, which include Lagos State, Ibadan, Abeokuta, Asaba, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Other offices are in Dubai, the UK, and the US, and the company plans to extend operations to other African countries like Ghana, Rwanda, and Uganda. Dr. Akintayo Real Estate Firm has a plan to build 25,000 green and smart homes with golf courses, polo clubs, mall, hotel, hospitals, schools, and universities across Africa by the year 2035, and control another set of 25,000 properties outside of Africa, with a total real estate asset worth $40 billion by the year 2035. Dr. Stephen Akintayo is also the host of the Global Property Brokers Conference, the largest brokers conference in Africa. Now renamed the Global Wealth Festival, several renowned speakers like Grant Cardone, Ryan Serhant, Dr. John Maxwell, and others have been brought on the platform. Dr. Akintayo has hosted some of the world's most renowned speakers on his platforms like Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, Dan Locke, Toby and Tomi Arayomi, Toby Adegboyega, and several others. He is the host of the Investment Chat in a Rolls-Royce, which teaches people about different investment opportunities around the globe. Learning Luxury Show, a show that educates on the benefits of owning luxury and monetizing it, and Big Talk Show, aimed at enlightening youths and the general public on election-related issues in order to build the new Nigeria. He is also the host of the Billionaire Habits podcast, Burj Khalifa series in Dubai. You can watch them on the Billionaire Habits podcast. Dr. Stephen is also the author of 42 books. His latest are The Billionaire Habits for Pastors, Billionaire Habits for Entrepreneurs, and Becoming a Billionaire Land Banker. All his books can be found in Dr. Stephen's books. To book him for speaking engagements, email eg@stephenakintayo.com and contact the number on your screen for more inquiries.
Hey guys, so how you doing today? Good to see you all. Want to welcome you to this meeting. If you can see me loud and clear. Can you just type, I can see you? Let me be sure that you guys can see me. Okay. I hope you all can see me. So welcome to today's class. We want to look at, this is going to be a two-part series. We're doing the first one today, and then the second part will be sorted out on the 27th of December. So I need everybody to get your pen and notepad. I have so many assignments for you today. Okay, so many assignments, and we will then come back on the 27th. I'm hoping that you'll have done all the assignments I'm giving you. No matter how many the assignments are, by 27th, you have done them and you have them ready, and we can move and start a glorious year. Okay, I don't know if you are ready for me. If you're ready, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I would like you all to put on your video. When you don't put on your video, it's a sign that you are not here. Okay, so whether you are driving, you use makeup, you do not use makeup, put on, we love that in all my sessions that your video is on. Eh? Yeah. Okay. So but we're supposed to take Izu. We're supposed to compare notes on is it podcast or something? Oh, what? You're going home now?
I was going to have it to be your essay guys, but they said that it's a meeting now. I need them 10 minutes for us to finish our meeting.
Yeah, sure.
So we can excuse for 10 minutes.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to speak to Mr. Izu. So we are wrapping up the year meetings for our companies, our employees, and strategizing, perfecting budget for next year. And so there's a lot going on with our system as well. So I appreciate you all put on your videos. I can see some of these videos is not on yet. Don't make me to start calling out your name. Mohammed Dago, good to see you. Mr. Tonda Matutu, good to see you. Mark Idoko, good to see you. Peace, you're on your way back. Good to see you. Mr. Talabi, the Dubai man. Oluwafemi, thank you for joining. Mr. De Shokon, good to see you again after a while. My runaway mentee. Aroso, good to see you. Okay, so you're welcome. You're welcome. Those are the people who have put on their video. They are the only one I'm greeting, right? I have Chinedu. How are you, Chinedu? It's like you're in your bed chilling. Christmas started early for you. George Manasseh, good to see you. Who is Abibi come to Dubai? Lord have mercy. Who else? Deborah Ishola. Mayowa Owola, good to see you too. So those are the people who have put on their videos. Like I said, they are the ones I recognize in this meeting. The rest of you, I need to put on your video, else you risk being removed from this training. Okay, you haven't paid me $20,000, so I don't owe you, right? We're doing this to give back, add value, and I want to see you have a great year. So the least you can do is to follow my rule, which is put on your video. Adeshola, Isaiah, I can see you now. Ken, I can see you now. Welcome. So let's quickly review the quiz. How many of you enjoyed that quiz by Mr. Barry? Help me celebrate Mr. Barry. Fantastic, always coming up with good quizzes for us.
Thank you, sir.
So let's quickly review that, and then we'll go to my slide. Like I said, it's a two-part series. We're starting today, we'll continue on the 27th, and I'm giving you assignments. Now, first question, how often do you set your goal for your business? I see some people say daily. That's wrong. How can you set goals daily? Some say weekly. That doesn't make sense. Some say monthly. Well, makes a bit more sense. Some say annually. That's correct. You should set goal annually. Then you review them weekly. Let me say that again. You set goals annually. You review them weekly. The minimum of your goals should be annual. You should have 3 types of goals. I call it short-term goal, mid-term goal, and long-term goal. Your short-term goal should be 1 year. Your mid-term goal should be 5 years. Your long-term goal should be from 10 years upward. My long-term goal is, guess what? Who can guess? Type in the chat box. My long-term goal. Anyone, let me see. You all call me mentor. How many of you really know me? Okay. We should have flogged you if you didn't get this right. You of all people, I will forgive anybody else. But you, if you had missed it, you know, because you were with me in the early days of the goal. Okay, it's a 50-year goal, right? And I'm not forcing you to do a 50-year goal. You can start with a 10-year goal, right? I'm in my 16th year of my 50-year goal, right? Suddenly, some of you are looking at me with strange eye. Like, who does that? Is this man human? Okay? You would be the first to accuse me of over-ambition, right? I've always been accused of being over-ambitious. So, so if you call me over-ambitious, you won't be the first, right? And I understand. But you should have minimum 10-year long-term goal, minimum 10 years. So what did we call it again? Let's all type it. Short term, 1 year. Mid-time, 5 years. Long-term, 10 years minimum. Now, what you then are supposed to do is to review your goals every week. You review your goals every week. You do like minor review every week. You do major reviews every month. Okay, so again, minor reviews on your goals every week, major reviews every month. So for example, every month you look at it holistically. Every week you look at your goal for the next quarter, right? So every week you look at, okay, my January, February, March goal. You look at that every week and you tweak it. Now, once a month, you review the entire thing, because that's where you now realize that, I was supposed to go to London for a conference in March, but maybe I need to move it to July, right? In view of one thing that happens, because somebody is inviting me that time, and maybe a better time to organize that, whatever conference I want to do. So you review short time weekly, you review long time monthly. Of course, you then review daily your monthly goals, right? Or your weekly goals. Those are the ones you review every day. Because all these things still needs to be broken down into monthly, broken down into what am I going to be doing in this vision every month? What will I be doing in this vision every week? What will I be doing in this vision every day, right? Okay. Is this helpful? So let's go to question number 2. I hope we now know that's question number 1 is number 1 assignment. So I hope we know. I don't need to always explain everything. So number 1 assignment, you will submit to me your short-term goal, 1 year, your mid-term goal, 5 years, and your long-term goal, 10 years. Chinedu say, I don't understand, but at least I've clarified now. You submit to me, okay? You submit to me before 27th of December, okay? Your what? Your short-term goal, which is 1 year, so 2025 goal. You submit to me your 2030 goal, right? And then you submit to me minimum 2035 goal. I hope we're learning. Okay, if we're learning type, I'm learning. Mohammed say, must it be business goal? I love that. So I'm going to answer that, I think, in the course of this class. right? Sometimes people are asking, must it be business goal? I'll give you like the 5 category of goals that I advise that you must have. I should talk about it later in this class. So number 2 question, and that will lead to number 2 assignment. What type of goals do you prioritize the most in your business? Financial goal, growth and expansion goal. By the way, I hope those who said in number 1, really, you should just exit this meeting because this meeting is not for you. So if you are really someone who sets goals, this you shouldn't be here, right? This meeting is for people who believe in goal setting, regularly set goals, but they don't want to learn how do I set better goals. How many of you have noticed that you set goals and you never achieve them? Can you type me? Anyone like that? Just realize that you set goals and nothing ever come to pass. So while we're doing this class, and that's why we're doing a 2-part series. Because in the second class we're going to be doing on 27, I'll be breaking down how to now really realize the goal. So you are going to do the assignment. Please, if you can submit this assignment in 1 week, I will appreciate it. In 1 week, submit it, because I want to go over it so that when I'm addressing you on 27, I won't call your name out, but I can generally just say, those of you who made this mistake, you need to correct this, and this is what will help you to achieve it. All right, so number 2 is what type of goals do you prioritize the most in your business? Financial goal, growth and expansion goals, customer satisfaction goal, team development goals, others. My argument is that growth and expansion, okay, is the answer. However, how can you have a growth and expansion goal without the rest? What do I mean? What is a growth and expansion goal without financial goal in it? What's a growth and expansion goal without customer satisfaction in it, without team development in it, right? Because you can't really grow without doing these things. Okay, you can't grow without doing these things. Some people are asking me, where do they submit their assignment? I'm surprised that you are in this meeting and you are not in our group. We have a CEO apprentice group, right? And that's where you are supposed to submit it. So if you are not in that group, then you are not really one of us, right? You're a spy, like the children of Israelites who sent spies or somebody like you in my company and decide to give you link to join this meeting, because it's supposed to actually be for the CEO apprentice mentees. I'm sure the banner even says for mentees, but maybe our team decided to make it available for some of you who are not. So what you will do, remind me when I'm wrapping up today, how do you join the group? It's not free, right? But remind me to teach you how to join the group. But let's continue the class so we're not distracted. So the second assignment is I want you, okay, in your goal to break it down and into 5 categories. Everybody write it down. 5 categories of goals. Number 1, personal finance goals. Personal finance goals. Number 2 category of goals you must set for 2025 and your midterm and long-term goal is family goals. Family goals. Example, your family goal is, okay, let's start with personal finance goal. Never mix your personal finance with your business. You and your business are 2 different people. This is the reason why many of you, let me give you an example. Are you aware if my company shut down today, I will still do minimum 5 vacations? Right? If you are aware, raise your hand. If you are not aware, put down your hand. And the reason is because there's a difference between me and my company, and I've structured my life such that company make it or company no make more. My finances is going to do well, and it's quite different from that of my company. Are we learning at all? So you must have personal financial goals. An example is, I want to have X amount in my savings by so time. I want to be able to make personally now, not my company, X amount of money every month by so period. right? I want to end 2025 by making sure I'm making X amount of money personally, right? So I'll give you an example. I have my personal life has been turned to a company called Steve Akintayo Consulting, okay, and Steve Akintayo Foundation. So the Steve Akintayo Foundation is my charity reaching out to the poor, and you'll be shocked that in my personal finance goal, when I'm setting that, okay, I want to make, I'm just giving an example. Let's say I'm targeting making $1 million every month, right? Part of that personal finance goal is that the reason why I'm targeting that is because I want to be able to give $200,000 in donations every month. I will learn in here because many of us need to know that you will never grow your finances, whether personal or business, if it's all centered around you. Let me say that again. You will never grow your personal finance or your company finance if the only thing you only think about is you, your family, your children. One of the things that helps you to be more ambitious is when your dreams is about other people. Are we learning? I'll say that again. One of the things that will make you to be very ambitious is when your dream go beyond you. So I'm getting ready for my 40th birthday, and I pray to God. Again, I have a weird way of praying. A lot of people pray for things and ask God for things. Me, I ask God, what does he need from me? Okay, I'm that weird. So I say I'm turning 40. God, what do you want me to do? There must be something. And God said I should set up a food bank. Okay, and I should have a new goal of feeding 1 billion people in the next 50 years. And I'm only sharing this for the first time to you guys. And he said, commit to this, and I guarantee you will live long. Right? Commit to feeding 1 billion people in the next 50 years. And me too, what God is giving you for doing that is longevity. So we must get rid of this goal setting that is just about me, my family, myself. You have to think of other people. You have to think of your impact in the human race, how your life is going to change the world and make it a better place. Are we learning? You're learning, wave your hand. Okay? So set up those goals personally, such that your personal finance is like, okay, I'm going to make this amount, but out of this amount I'm making, some portion of it, I want to be able to increase what I give to charity. I want to increase what I give to my parents. I want to increase what I give to my siblings. I want to increase what I give to my mentors. Some of you have people who have your back, but you never have their back. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And it's time to stop thinking like that. Right? You must have the mindset to say that people who have my back, right? They're always there for me. They're always willing to listen to my talks and my frustrations and my challenges. Okay? I must also think of something unique I can do for them. Right? One of my mentors, for example, we got talking the last time we do our monthly show. I realized that he was surprised he's my mentor, but he's surprised I've written 40 books. I had to I've not written enough book. I said, sir, me and you are going to do one book. Right? And I'm going to pay all the money, publishing, everything, I'm handling it. Right? So that's how you think. You must think here. In other words, under personal goal, right? Part of why you want to increase your personal goal should be ability to have money enough to honor people. Let me tell you what is in my heart this December. First of all, I hear this. Let me give you what somebody did this for me. I got a call 2 days ago that my tailor, hear this, has a gift. Then my PA called his assistant, and can anybody guess the gift? I want you to type the gift. And I'm telling you why some people are richer than some people. Honor gifts. Honor. You should write it somewhere. Honor gifts should be part of the reason why you want to grow your personal finance in 2025. So that you have enough money to honor people that are important to you. As someone said, Gift. We don't say na gift, but what type of gifts? Alexia. David say Agbada. Okay, who else? Just guess. I'm sure most people will not guess. Right. A cow. Right? A cow. Okay? Of course, this is a special tailor. That I didn't buy clothes for him this year. I did over 30 million. So he's a celebrity tailor. So I mean, he chopped my money too. But in my wildest imagination, I won't believe he will give me a cow. How many of you agree with me now that I have to double what I will buy from him next year? I will let him. How many of you agree with me that he just messed me up right there? Okay. Okay. And I cannot negotiate him anyhow again. Okay. Who agrees? Can you wave your hand? That he just messed me up. Messed me up big time. In my wildest imagination, a cow, how? Right? I will never believe you send me a cow. How? Okay, so if I remember saying, well, we're starting agro-tourism. We're turning most of our estate to farm. I just called the CEO of GTS Farm. I said, well, you have your first cow to start the farm. And I intend to, whether it's male or female, grow it. And one day, 5 years from now, bring him to that farm and say, your cow was part of those who produced this, many cows, right? To just really surprise them. But it's important to learn this. Because if we don't learn this, some of us will dream big, we want to be richer, but you want to be richer, how many people do you reach out to? I had a woman, I will not mention her name, but she's a very top real estate mogul in Nigeria. She didn't know about me. Guess what? The day she eventually knew about me, and we got talking, do you know, 1 week later, she called me back and said, Dr. Steven, were you the one that sent a gift to my house last year, December? I said, it's me. Say, so sorry, I didn't know you then. Said, I'm just saying the gift. I want to thank you. In other words, and I do this shocking thing. I am sure if Dangote check his house well, he will see a gift from me. He just didn't know who sent it. Right? Because I don't yet have one-on-one relationship with him. Right? But the day I then have one-on-one relationship with him, he will figure out that I have sent a gift, and my gift will make more. If I will make him respect me more, who agrees? That, man, this guy means business. Are we learning or we're not learning? We're learning, right? So we said you should set family goals, you set personal finance goals, family goals. How many more children do you want to have? How many vacations do you want to have in your family? How well do you want to take care of them? Where do you want to move them to? Where do you want them to live? What quality of life do you want them to have? One of my goals at some point was, hey, if my family is going to be in Nigeria, I want them to live in Banana Island. I set that goal when I was in Songwater, ladies and gentlemen. So when I moved to Omolia and people were congratulating me, I knew I have not gotten to my final bus stop, right? Because Banana Island was my ultimate goal. You see now, before I ever live in Dubai, I brought my wife for vacation to Burj Khalifa, and we did a tour to the top. And I told her, I said, one day we'll be living here. I'm sure she felt it's one of those big talk my husband always make. At least those of you know, I lived in Burj Khalifa for like 3 years or so. Okay, when I was in Dubai. So set goals ahead. Let me give you a powerful secret. Are you ready? Powerful secret. Who is ready? Who is ready? Come on, come on. I need your energy. Some of you are looking at, some people are still not put on their video. You know what? Admin, remove everybody whose video is off now. Remove them. I don't owe them any class. Just remove them. If your video is not on, just remove them. How many of you, by the way, are ready? I want to give you a very special secret. And this will change your life if you can use it. Okay? This principle, and I'm going to be sharing more when we meet on the 27th. How many of you know that you can be a prophet over your life? Prophet. You can be the one prophesying what will happen in your tomorrow. How many of you know you can do that? Okay, today, I, Stephen Akintayo, I am my own biggest prophet. Everything, ask my wife, is one of the reasons why sometimes I've seen men ask me this question: why does your wife respect you so much? You know why? I have said things over and over again, and it came to pass just like I said it. And that's one of the things why you men, how many men do I have? Can you wave your hand? You must be a prophet over your home. And when we say prophet, it's not just Shukuru Baba all the time. You should pray, but that's not just the definition of being a prophet. A prophet means you're a seer. You decree a thing is established. You command it tomorrow, it comes to pass. You tell your wife, we are going to be in this level, so yeah. And it happened like that. When you live your life that way, I promise you, you have the highest respect from your family, highest respect. Highest level of respect. You see that your family members will respect you in an unusual way because you say a thing and it comes to pass. Now, what is the secret to making that happen? You set your goal, then you pray over it consistently till you are convinced that it has been done spiritually. Let me say that again. You write your goals, and then you then pray over your goals, right? Until you are convinced your goal has been answered by God. And you have, it's going to be, there's this inner witness that will just convince you that I think this thing is done. I'll give you an example of mine. I did my 50-year goal plan, and every morning between 4 and 5 a.m. in the morning, I was still a student when I did my 50-year goal plan. Between 4 and 5 a.m., I wake up and I will take a prayer walk, and I'm just decreeing to my 50 years. Come on, is somebody blessed today? Right? I was declaring. So I remember one of my videos, my team edited it, because I was speaking in the church. And some of you say witches are the reason why you can't make it. I said, there is a way you set your goal that even witches are factored in. You have killed the witches that will come 20 years ahead of time. Am I making sense? Because you have so declared it. And many of us do not understand that the universe hears us. Even if you don't believe in Christianity, you just believe in the law of the universe. Okay, let's use that language. The universe hears you. Okay, I'll give you an example so that you know that this thing even works for even those who are not Christians, who believe in it. When people decree, I'll give you an example. When Elon Musk decree that he's going to have a self-driving car, did he ever exist in the world? Come on, someone talk to me. Did he ever exist? Okay, now, is it not existing now? Are we learning here? Are we together now? Now, Elon Musk, you may say Elon Musk does not believe in God, but the guy decreed a thing and it was established. How about that? Should we go on to different people who spoke into the future? They declared it. How about those who said they were going to be president? I don't know if you have watched videos of people who said they were going to be president when they were younger. Some were even teenagers. And then they became president. Who knows what I'm talking about? Oh, you know one now, Emilio Con. Who remembers? Right? How does one contest for presidency once and then wins the first time? The only difference is he declared it. Whether you like the man or not, he used his mouth to declare. Thank you. Another person said Donald Trump. Right? You may say the guy, is a fake Christian. Fake, you that you're authentic Christian. How many things have you declared that has come to pass? Right? Authenticated. Authentic Christian. So set the goal, declare it, say it. Spiritually, whether you believe in prayers, if you don't even believe in prayers, just be saying it. If you are not a Christian, this is not a religious seminar, right? You just carry the vision every morning and be reading it. By the year 2050, I'm going to be what this. By the year 2030, I'm going to be what this. By the year 20 so, I'm going to be what this. The universe is hearing you. It's going to happen as you have said. When God said he made man in his image, that's what he's talking about. Because if you look back, and when God said, let there be light, and there was light, is that not what God said? And God saw, God said, God saw, God said, God saw. So when God said he made you in his own image, God does not have beard like Chinedu. Right? That's not what we're saying. Okay? God does not wear glasses like Mr. Barry. Are we learning at all? So we must understand that when we say God said he made man in his image, he wasn't talking about your physical look. It's that he made man with the capacity to say something and see what he said. Dr. Cosmos, I agree, is another example, my mentor, who was a teenager and started declaring what he was going to see. And he didn't go to school. He wasn't from a rich home. Did those things not come to pass? So, how many of you will do assignment number 3, which is, having written down your goals, you will start praying over it from today, or you start speaking it, right? Don't be scared. You see, some people will lie to you. They say, don't tell your dream to somebody else. How many of you have heard such nonsense? Don't tell your goals to your neighbor because they can be the ones that will destroy. How many of you have heard that? It's the biggest lie of all. If Joseph did not tell his dream to his brothers, would they have put him in the pit? Somebody answer me. If they did not put him in the pit, will he have become a slave? If he did not become a slave, will he have gone to prison? If he did not go to prison, will he have become the prime minister, which was the ultimate dream God had for him? Are we listening to me now? So all this, don't tell anybody your dream. They can be their hindrance or their obstacle is even what propels you to your dream. Their negativity is what brings you closer to your dream. Their good cook-ups and gang-up is what ultimately brings you closer to your what? To your dreams. Is that somebody hearing me? So please, let your enemies and your friends know about your dreams. Anyone who tells you that if you tell people your dream, they will kill it, does not even understand how the universe works. Because hear this and write this down. Your enemies and your friends will conspire to get you to your dreamland as long as you are bold enough to say it. Oh yeah, I'll give you a practical analogy. You don't like Donald Trump, but he's the new president of US. How many of you agree with me that the Democrats made Donald Trump to win? If you agree, type I agree. If you don't agree, type I don't. They literally gave that election to him. If you agree, type I agree. How did Donald Trump win? Number one, when the Democrats gang up and wanted to lock him up and put him in jail and kept saying things like he will destroy democracy, that created so much hatred that people wanted Donald Trump dead. The day Donald Trump won that election was that assassination. If you agree, raise your hand. If that assassination did not happen, Donald Trump would not have won. So Donald Trump's enemy conspired to make him the president. So stop this thing about if they know, if they see, they will be the one. They need to talk about you till you make it. They need to complain about you till they complain about you to the right person. Is somebody learning and is this good? I hope this is good. Right? So I've mentioned 3 categories of goals, right? Family goals, personal finance goals, right? Health goals, right? Business goals and spiritual goal. Again, Christian or not Christian. If you're a Muslim, how do you want to get closer to Allah? If you're a Christian, how do you want to get closer to God? Right? If you are an Hinduist or Shintoist, now if you don't even believe God exists, how do you want? How many of you agree with me that spirituality is beyond just the concept of there is a God? The real proof of spirituality is called fulfillment. How many of you agree with me? You have a sense of, I am fulfilling purpose. I have something divine around my life. Do you agree with me? Even those who are saying they're atheists, right? Always know that if you are not spiritually solid, there's an emptiness. There's a void. Who knows what I'm talking about? And no matter how much money you make, that void cannot be filled. So you must work towards your spiritual goals. And spiritual goals doesn't just mean I go to church every Sunday, I do church activities. No. Spirituality is deeper than that. It's having one-on-one relationship with whoever you believe is your maker. And constantly communicating that you are too sure that your tomorrow is all right. Inconsequential of what you're facing, inconsequential of the battles and the challenges of life that you're facing. That's what some of us enjoy, right? My secretary asked me yesterday, are you fulfilled? I mean, if not that she's young, I would have said, are you okay? Right? Nobody is more fulfilled than me. I mean, do I look unfulfilled? Are you kidding me? Okay? Okay, right? Are you kidding me? I am fulfilled, right? Extremely fulfilled. I believe I'm the center of the center of the center of God's purpose for my life. So I'm not just some rich guy who has money. I am fulfilled. I'm a happy man. Center of the center of the center. Happy, happy. And you know, I just don't post a lot about my family on social media. When you ask my children, they will tell you the best daddy in the world, right? So I am a very blessed man. If you are blessed with your family, you are blessed with your business, you are blessed with your spiritual life, you are making impact. What else are you looking for? Right? What else are you looking for? What else gives fulfillment? Right? Yes, some people won't like you. The proof that, listen, I always say this. If everybody likes you, there's a question mark. How many of you know that? If everybody likes you, it's a proof that you probably are not fulfilling purpose. Right? Part of the evidence that you are in the center of what God created you for is that some people won't like you, and that's okay. Everybody can like you. And I always say this, and I learned this from Grant Cardone. Are you aware that your enemies are likely to do business with you than your friend? Are you aware? No, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you agree with me? Your enemies pay more attention to you than your friends. Do you agree with me? That your enemies check your IG more than your friends. What did they do again? That your guy. That's stupid. Which country you dey again? And so go just the Jakarta all over the world, right? Who agree? Come on, talk to me. I want you guys to comment. I like interactive class. How many of you agree with me that your enemies are checking you out more than those who care for you? They check your DM, they check your page, they are looking. Let's see again. What you don't do, right? Now, because they are more obsessed about you, whether they like it or not, how many of you agree with that? The chances that at some point they will see a version of you that they will not get to like will happen. Who knows what I'm talking about? Because they are more, checking, right? They are seeing. It may be at some point something about you just click like, hey, it's not like that is not perfect, but I like the boldness of that guy, the way they give him to politicians. I like that part of him, right? If he arrogant, I don't know if you know what it's already turning to love relationship. Some will be like, I don't like that guy, too brash, but more, I like his wife. Okay, if you like my wife, you don't like me, right? Who agrees with me? So your enemies have higher chances of eventually doing business with you than your friends. Right? I argue that you need to have more enemies to succeed in 2025. Some of you don't have any. It's the reason why you are not making any significance. Show me one person who is making progress without heavy enemy. Show me one person who is successful without heavy. And when I say heavy, people who extremely hate them. Extremely. Extremely enough to even be willing to kill them. But those are still the people who end up making it. They are still the rulers of this country. They are still the ones who end up winning. They are still the ones who end up at the top. Okay? So let's go to number 3 question. So we have 3 assignments now, right? Come on, talk to me, guys. I need interactive class. We have 3 assignments, okay? 3 assignments. How many of you, by the way, are going for the Lagos experience? Because I'm seeing a lot of you on the road. Maybe you are on your way. Anybody going for Lagos experience? I'm going to be there so we can connect. Do you write down your business goals? Right? Everybody should write this down. Everybody should write their business goals down. Summarize, please, what's the second assignment? So, second assignment is I want you to write down your personal, write down your goals and divide your goals into 5: personal, finance, business, family, health, and spirituality. 5. Right? Your number 3 assignment is you need to speak about these goals or pray on these goals till you are convinced that it has been achieved in the realm of the spirit. So for 1 year, I was praying on my goal until I got a conviction. I was living in 1-room apartment. Guys, hear this. I was living in 1-room apartment, 10 feet by 15 feet. When I did my 50-year goal, private jet is inside that goal. Largest university in the world is inside that goal. Over 50 companies is inside that goal. Right? And I was in 1-room apartment. I was wrapping up in the university. Okay? And are you aware I am 5 to 10 years ahead of my goal? In other words, some things I said I was going to achieve by year 20, by year 25, I've already achieved them. But I prayed over my goal for 1 year till I was convinced that it has happened in the spiritual, even though it's not there in the physical. How many of you promise me you do that? Because that's assignment number 3. Right? That you will speak about your goals, pray about it till you are convinced on the inside that it is done deal. How many of you will do that? Okay? So number 4, assignment, and number 3 questions we ask you, right? In the goal setting. Number 3 question we ask you is, do you write down your goals? Everybody must write it down so we all have the answer to that. So 2025, you must all write down your goal and submit to me in the next 1 week. Number 5, what's your biggest challenge in achieving your goals? Some say lack of time. I don't think so. Everybody has time. Time is an illusion. We all have 24 hours. It's the way you maximize your time. That's how you go about it. Yes, I want to answer this one. Insufficient resources. Who told you need any resources to plan a goal? Who told you? A goal is a fantasy that you want to chase to reality. Let me say that again. Everybody should write this down. A goal is a fantasy, right, that you have committed to turn to a reality. I'll say it again. A goal is a fantasy that you have committed to turn to a reality. So don't ever tell me that you don't have resources to achieve your goal. It's a fantasy to start with. They don't come, there's no crime in, have you ever heard he overset the goal? Is there anything like that? Right? There's nothing like that. And write this down also. There is no unrealistic goal. There's only unrealistic timeline. So I'll ask you a question. one day I'll live in Burj Khalifa. I said that the first time I took my wife to Dubai. Now, is it unrealistic? No. Right? But do you agree with me that for me to have told my wife in 1 year we are going to be living in Burj Khalifa, do you agree with me that that's unrealistic timeline? But the goal of living in Burj Khalifa is not unrealistic. Is somebody hearing? Wave your hand, please, if this is making sense. I want to be sure we're all here. Right? Wave your hand if this makes sense. So there is no unrealistic goal. There's only unrealistic what? Timeline. Okay? I want to buy a house in the US. Those are part of my, I now own my house in the US in 3.3 acres. Massive. It's a ranch. When you come there, you know that. I mean, if you pray there, everybody that comes there say, oh, Moise, I know God answered. Somebody even asked me, say, did you notice when you pray here, God answer you faster? Okay? God answer you faster. There's certain environment that just create that. But those were goals. For me to have wished to achieve that goal 10 years ago, the goal itself is not the problem. The timeline is the problem. We're learning. Okay? So you should just dream and just dream. Don't be scared whether you have resources or not. Okay? Don't be scared. When we set up our goal to say, okay, you know what, in 2 years, we're working on a $200 million project in US, and I'm raising $200 million in the next 2 years. Sir, $1 million I did not have. Tell me is here. Right? In fact, at that time, I shut down my US account. I had to get to the US and then create new accounts and then start from scratch. And as we speak, we already have 4 of those projects we are going to be putting the $200 million into. I thought you are going to clap if you're excited to hear this, right? So it's important to know that when setting your goals, you never, again, a goal is a what? Is a fantasy that you are committed to turn into a reality. Let me repeat it again. A goal is a fantasy that you are committed to turn into a reality. So don't tell me the reason why I don't set my goal is because I don't have enough resources. Are you okay? Set it. Right? Give it whatever year you think you can accomplish it, but set it and don't tell me about money. Now, hear this. Your goal should not have a second part. And I'm going to tell you more about that on the 27th. That's when we'll discuss this. And that's called the methodology aspect of your goals. But the day you are setting your goal, one of the rules is never think of money. In fact, the rule is this. Where will I want to be in 5 years' time if money is not my problem? Where will I want to be by December 31st, 2025 if money is not the problem? Where will I want to be, right, by December 2030 if money is not the problem? That's how you set goal. So you don't set goal and I say, hey, based on where I am, based on, you set it just dreaming. When you get to methodology, and like I said, we'll discuss this in part 2 of this training, is in the methodology part of your goal setting that we will now start saying, oh yeah, let's look at realistic timeline. Are we learning? Please wave your hand if you are learning. I always love an interactive class. Wave your hand if you are learning, if this makes sense. Right? So we'll look at the methodology part of it, because it's when you get to the methodology, you'll now be thinking of the how. In the goal setting is just where do I want to go? Right? I'm not going to think about how, I'm just saying where. Then the methodology part, and we're going to look at that on 27, is when we now say, okay, so now I know where I want to go. How do I get there? What timeline is more realistic for me to get there? Somebody says, Doctor, what about the aspect of we say shares should be realistic? That's where methodology aspect of the goal, I mentioned that. Right? The methodology aspect just now looks at the timeline. We've said there's no unrealistic goals, there's only a realistic timeline, right? So it's in the methodology, and I say, okay, I want to own a house in Bahamas. Based on where I am today, are we together now? How many more years of running my business, right, will it be realistic for me to dream of owning a house in Bahamas? Does that make sense? Okay, so that is how we work around this. Number 5 question, what's your biggest challenge in achieving your goals? Lack of time, insufficient resources. So we've handled that. I think we skipped number 4, Abby. How specific are your business goals? Very smart. Somewhat specific, vague. Again, we address that in the what? In the methodology. Number 6, how do you track progress of your goal? Regular review and updates. A project management tool. That's good. You can use a project management tool. Hire a coach and a mentor. That's all. You see, most of us don't have a coach and a mentor. All these tools are important, right? Because a coach and a mentor, and write this, I've always said this, mentors give you the audacity to succeed. There are many goals we have, but we're scared to achieve it. Now, I don't know about you, but how many of you have been in my shoes have you ever been scared of success before? Can you just wave your hand? Don't type, but I want to see your hands up. Anybody like me? Some people are afraid of failure. Me, I'm afraid of success. Right? Oh, I have few followers. Some of you are not in that category. My biggest fear in life has never been whether I was going to succeed or not. Right? My biggest fear has always been, okay, with this level of success, if I achieve this level of success, right, how do I manage it? What are the consequences of it? Right? Am I sure I will wear it well? Again, I'm aware not everybody has that problem, but I have that problem. Scared of a level of success. But I'm unlike others, scared of failure. Failure for me is just a proof that I'm very close to success. So I'm not one of those who, people cry over failure. What's next? Let's go. We are closer. They are popsy, they are fatter, right? That we have failed is a proof that we're about to succeed. That's the way I think. But what I'm more afraid of is this success, being at this level, okay? At this pace, I'm just thinking about, okay, am I sure I have it all put together, to manage success at this level? It makes sense? Next, number 7, do you share your goals with other friends for accountability? Some say yes, always. Yes, sometimes, rarely, never. I'm not surprised that some say rarely, because your churches and your religious leaders have told you, don't tell your friends. Your friends can stand against your dream. Everybody I have read about in the Bible who shared their vision and people came after them, those people only made the vision to come to pass, including David. That Saul only fast-tracked David's ascension to the throne, including Joseph, that the pit was the fastest way to eventually become a prime minister in Egypt. Should we go on? Right? Everybody sharing their goals and the problem they face only brought them closer to getting there. So get an accountability partner, and your mentor should be one of those you can work with for that. Just make sure wherever they are more successful than you are, right? They are not going to be intimidated by your success, and you must have people who are not intimidated by your success. Let me share this with you. Everybody hear this. The last 5 years has been one of the best for me in terms of mentorship, and I'll tell you why. In the last 5 years, I've enjoyed meeting people who are monsters. I'll give you an example. I went to meet Dr. Cosmos last year when we started our US project. I was scared. I told you I can be scared of success. And I told him, I said, this is the biggest project I'm trying to do. One time, $150 to $200 million. It's quite big and all of that. And you know what Dr. Cosmos says? So, well, you're on the right track. So, there's one of these side projects I'm doing in so country just mentioned. He said, well, right now we're a little over $1 billion. Did you hear that? What did that do to me? Who understand what that did to me? And who knows why he said it? It's intentional, by the way. The young man, why are you? He could see that I was worried. Yeah, this is big. We've never done anything like this. Calm down. I see one of these small ones we were doing. Just one of those small projects with one of my mentees. We've done. So suddenly you are confident. I said, come on, you can't do this now. And if my mentor did do side hustle, and I kid you, side hustle. This is not this business he was telling me about. It's not cost charity, so just side hustle that one of his mentee brought, and he just supported the guy, and they've done over $1 billion. Side hustle. Can somebody type in 2025? And we touch those kind of side hustle. Come on. I need positivity here. 2025, we will touch this kind of side hustle. Somebody type it right now. Side hustle that is bigger than most people's main hustle. Right? That is the dream. Okay? So it's important to have mentors who are way ahead and they are not intimidated by your success. They are going to be excited to just say, hey, young man, come on, keep going. You can get there. Get them and share your vision with them. One of the benefits of doing that is that they will now hold you accountable. They'll start asking you questions about it, right? And because you know somebody is holding you accountable, you keep working towards it. Do you share your goals? Okay, we've answered that. Number 7, I'm going to take questions now. So I want to take your question and then we'll continue and maybe we can finish it on 27 or we'll just do the last part in January. So we'll do part 2, 27, and then January we'll finish the last part because I've not even gone into today's slide, but we've almost exhausted the time. Number 8, what time frame do you focus on most for goal setting? Right? So those of you who have 1 to 3 months, you see that we've given you better advice now. Short time should be 1 year. Mid time should be 5 years. Long time should be what? Should be 10 years minimum. That's how you plan, except you're already 80 years old. So if you're 80 years old, you are getting closer to meet your maker. As a result, you don't need to be fixing longer timeline. But if you're younger, you want to have, at least, even 80-year-olds, he has, Dr. Cosmos was sharing with me, say he has a 25-year goal plan now. All right, he's 65. So he has a goal plan till he's 80. And I'm sure once he gets to 70, 75, he will set up another one. All right, just maybe another 10 year, just targeting what 90 will looks like. If he's strong in 90, he will give himself another 10 years. That's how you do it. So how do you reward yourself or your team for achieving goal setting? Financial incentives, recognition, additional time off. I don't believe in additional time off, but I believe in the two. Financial incentives is good. Recognition and celebration is good. I don't usually reward goal. That's not good. You should reward goal achievement. Even yourself, you should reward yourself for achieving certain goal. I remember when I made my first 30 million, right? Single transaction, 30 million in 2015. I decided to spoil myself. In fact, the night the money entered, I slept in Protea Hotel that night, right? And you will not understand what had happened. I had been owing some people money, and many of them have insulted me they insulted my generation, they insulted everybody. I mean, whenever I call them, because I now agree on the payment plan to be paying. So when I call, sometimes I was supposed to pay, I'm just giving an example, 20,000. I was only able to pay 5,000. And then I'll call, I've paid 5,000. I'm sorry, I couldn't pay up to 20. Then they will start this insult. They will tell me the history of my life and then insult and insult and insult. So what do you think? When I now had to, and guys, hear this. the entire debt I had then, entire BC, was less than 1 million naira. I now had 30 million. What do you think was in my mind? I first laid down on that bed at Protea. I'll never forget it. And I just first worship God, right? And then I took my token and then credited every debtor and then started calling them. Hello! My voice was louder now. Did you get the alert? I told you I will pay you back. Did I not tell you? You didn't believe me, but I told you. I told you I was going to pay you back, right? I told you. I told you. Because now, instead of paying the next batch of 20,000, I just cleared everything, and I was super excited, right? And so for me, it's important, very, very important to reward yourself. And then, of course, I put together a trip to Dubai. And that was the same year I traveled to the UK and to the US. And it was a good thing to have done because that totally changed my life forever. That was the first time I ever traveled out of Nigeria. Okay. What has been the most effective strategy for achieving your business goals? Okay, someone says setting a SMART goal. Let me see. Breaking goals into smaller tasks, regularly reviewing and adjusting the goals, delegating tasks to the team, others. Okay? So I would say breaking goals into smaller tasks is very important. Setting SMART goals is very good. Regularly reviewing your goals, all these are very good. Delegating tasks for those of you entrepreneurs, all of these are good to helping you achieve your goals. How many of you have had a great time so far? Okay, you can type the answer if you've had a great time, great time, great time. You can just type great time. Okay, so I'm going to take questions. I know some of you joined us late, but I'll take questions and then we'll wrap up this part 1 of goal setting. We do part 2, 2.0. Don't forget 27. Someone tell Jamie if you can use this same link so that we don't need to change the link. We use this same link and then we'll do part 3 in January because by January we'll just be, putting the finishing touches. I've given us assignments, haven't I? I've given us about 3 assignments and please, if you can do it in 1 week, I appreciate that. So we are ready for it when we launch it. So if you have question, raise your hand. I will pull you up. We are not much, so you can speak directly and ask the question directly. You don't need to put it in the chat box. Just ask it direct. Somebody is asking that how to join the goal setting group. I mean the mentorship group. I think Tammy will drop her details. Tammy is our new director of coaching, USA. By the way, I need to even do a disclaimer. We are moving the headquarters of Stephen Akintayo Coaching International to the US. We are now based in the US, and Tammy is now the director. We charge in dollars, we don't charge in naira anymore. So our US, yes, glory to God. Somebody say thank you for that. You see, some people are happy for me. Some are not happy because they heard I'm charging strictly in dollars. Okay. But I pay tax in dollars now. I live in America, so hey guys, I can't be charging naira. Okay. And Temi is in charge of driving the coaching program that I run and to make sure it's very, very effective. Even those who are in the previous coaching program, their rent is due. So you are owing us right now. So Temi is the landlady, and Temi is not joking at all. But let's hear from Temi, then we start taking questions. But raise your hand for those of you who have questions. So once Temi is done, I'll mention your name and then you can ask your question. Temi, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. It's good to have you here. It's good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am so happy to be your landlady. And Essie has said it. I'm not joking. I'm not even kidding at all. There's no room for jokes here. We are serious. We are serious entrepreneurs. We are million-dollar business owners, even billion-dollar business owners here. And so you know that if you have huge goals, you need huge mentorship because mentoring is the shortcut to your success. If you're looking for shortcuts, you want to talk to somebody, you want to have somebody in your corner, somebody who has achieved what you're trying to achieve. That way it can be faster for you. And I'm so happy to let you know that you are in safe hands. With Doctor, you are in safe hands. The guy talks big, he also does big. I used to be among those who used to pull his leg and say, "Come to earth. Oh God, come back. Come, it's okay, come back. Why are you like?" But now I'm like, you want to fly. Oh yeah, should we give you should I give you pumping tire for your legs so you can fly more? I've come to just love and respect the all his crazy ideas. He's like, oh my, show me mind your love. What is he talking about? Like unbelievable thoughts, and I such what's what I'm looking for now. It's humbling to see SA hitting those goals. I can't stop talking about my first visit to his house when he asked to come and spend the night in his house. You would think that the house is in Banana Island. I got to the house and I'm like, what? This is and it was just how open he was about his current situation, knowing that his future is so huge. And that was about 10 years ago. And today he invited me to the same house and we come and visit. And his children are pulling my children, saying, "Come and see your room, come and see your room." There is not enough room for me and my children to not stay. Not where I was sleeping on the floor and there was no water in the bag. They had to go and fetch it in a bucket for me. And Mosito ate my destiny that day 10 years ago. So it is a huge privilege for me to onboard you guys to our house as your landlady. You're right. And so I have shared the link for you to book a call with me. And I'm going to repost the link. Please book a call with me. You will see a link on a form right at the bottom of the link I just shared with you. Oh, I think the link is not working. Okay, I think I typed in the wrong thing. I will get you the correct link now. Just give me a second. I just clicked on the link myself and it was not working. So something is wrong with the link somewhere. Okay, so let me try it again. So once you go to the link, book a call with me. You and I can have a full conversation. We'll get to know more about you, what you want to achieve, and all the fees attached. Thank you very much. DSA, please go on.
Can we also once we put because people are asking on Facebook, on YouTube, if you can get the link across all platforms. So
Okay.
and also if you can maybe share the screen, if they can make you admin so that those who are watching on other platforms just see the URL and go there.
Okay.
By the way, has been a coach for almost 20 years herself. And so she's
10 years officially. This is my 11th year now.
11th year, and
Yes.
I'm working with Mr. Barry, who has over 20 years, to constantly come up with programs and courses and to make sure that this year, 2025, we're going to really smash those goals. The same way you're seeing me smash my goals, I want to work with you to smash yours and get results real time. And the next session we're going to be having, I will dive into the methodologies to achieving your goals. But please don't come for that session if you have not done the assignments in this part one. Don't even bother come. Because I want us to really be serious-minded people. In 2025, if I'm only coaching 5 people, I only want 5 serious people. If it's going to be 10 people, I want 10 serious people. So that we end the year and we can say, where were you in January? or where were you December 2024? We mentioned, what is your current sales? You know, you've more than 10 exits, and everybody say, wow, right? For me, that is my goal for everybody here, that we're going to so shatter, and we're going to do it together, right? I'm going to be engaging many of you. I'll be involving you even in some of my business. Some of you, I'm going to be adding you to some advisory board as a way to give you exposure. For example, if you are running a business that is 100 million, and then I make you an advisory board in a company that is doing over 1 billion, right? In one of my companies that are doing billions, that becomes an exposure, isn't it? It stretches your
Absolutely.
mind to be able to see what we do at this level. So very important. I can't wait to have you guys. Do you have the link now to share on your slide? I have the first person asking the first question. Oh, you're not ready yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was me you meant. You know what? I went to your YouTube. I went to go and check your live video so that I could put the link in the chat. But I will
Okay,
do
have you
that
put it
in
on
a second.
Facebook? Because some people will watch the replay
So the
and
link is
they won't see this.
the link is coachingwithdsa.com/SABM. The link, just go to your browser and type in coachingwithdsa.com/SABM. That's it.
But
But again, in a few minutes, I'll put it
yes,
on a document,
yeah.
and I will just flip my camera because I'm not on my laptop. So coaching, please give me a second. Just give me a second.
No
Coaching
problem.
with
So the first question
dsa.com slash
today is from
SABM.
Ferdinand. Ferdinand, how are you? Right, tell us your name, what you do, and ask your question. If anybody else has question, please raise your hand, and then I'll be able to highlight you and then have you ask your question. Ferdinand, unmute yourself and please go ahead. Okay, that's the link, www.coachingwithdsa.com/SABM. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
coachingwithdsa.com/SABM. I don't know. Can this be put out there? Can you please
We're seeing it. We're all seeing it.
okay, good. As in, can I be spotlighted for everyone to see so that even in the recording it will be visible there?
Let me just see. Yes.
Okay.
So,
No, I'm not. I think you're asking the one that is on spotlights, not me.
no. You are the one actually.
Okay, fantastic. So everyone can see it. Coaching. Yes, now I am. Coachingwithdsa.com/SABM. That's the link. So once you click on this link, it will lead you. Let me just show you. It will lead you to this page. Let me show you now. Let me copy and take you to the page. And you can book a call with me today. Today. So when you come here,
By the way, Temi is in Houston, so
so
don't
my
be
night
scared. If you
fine,
call at
yes.
2 a.m., you call
So
at
this
2
is the page.
a.m., it's
Once you
fine.
come here, you see a little bit about us and then what we will go through. And then right at the bottom of the page, you will see the link to book a call with me. I'm available in the next 5 hours. I can talk to you today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. So just book a call with me here and we can talk all through for 30 to 45 minutes. So thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, beautiful. David, you say you have question. Raise your hand now so I can pull you up. So the first person, for some reason, we couldn't see him. So Mr. Mark Udoko, please put on your video and ask your question. Yeah. You need to unmute yourself. Hey, all this my my older
Like,
mentees who are not really,
tech savvy.
yes, I think he's struggling with being able
Hello?
to.
Okay.
Okay, Peter, how are you? So the network is bad. So I have Ferdinand question. He says, my question is when we set goal and e.g. 2-year goal and problem overwhelm the whole plan, do we rewrite the goal? Do we adjust the goal to the current situation and stick to it? Beautiful question. So I will advise that if you're facing a challenge, and that's why we have said you should do more than just meet short-term goals, right? Your short time is 1 year, your mid-term should be 5 years, and your long term should be minimum of 10 years. So what you do is you roll it over. So I set up a 2025 goal, and for whatever
No, you don't
reason,
need to come tomorrow.
I
Or something.
faced a challenge. I faced a challenge. What I then should do is to roll it over into my 2026 goal or roll it over to my 2027 goal, right? And then, ask myself, what were the structures because in your methodology, you look at what are the things I need to do to achieve this? Do I need to employ more people? Do I need to make friends with richer people? Do I need to make more money? What kind of more money do I make? How do I make more money? Do I need to have more products and services, right? What skills do I need? All that needs to be part of it. So one of my 2025 goal, I'm starting a course. I'm going back to school in Harvard University, and I'm paying $150,000 for a founders program with founders of businesses, right? And because of the cost of the fee, I'm not going to that place because of what they will teach me as a founder. I'm going for that course because I want to meet American founders. Are we learning at all? Because my business has now been expanded to America. So I want to meet founders who are big. How many of you agree with me that nobody will pay $150,000 for a founders program if they are not worth at least $20 million, if not more? If you agree, type I agree. Right? So this then puts me in the room with a whole different category of founders. I'm going to be meeting founders whose business is worth over 100 million, worth over 500 million, worth over $1 billion. Those are the kind of founders I will meet. But in my methodology, part of it is that what program do I need to do? Does this make sense at all? To be able to meet the kind of people who can easily just give me. Are you aware some people can invest $1 million with you? They will not even sign the document. How many of you know that? How many of you know some people who invest $10 million with you without even. I'll give you an example. Dr. Cosmos said when he had the business challenge he had with Senator, is it Andy Uba or what's his name? Who knows the name of the senator, right? That he guaranteed for, and the guy over $200 million gone, Ifeanyi Uba, and he was the one to repay that money. He said one of his friend, and that's why you must have quality people in your life. So one of his friend called him and said, Cosmos, how are you? He said, I'm fine. He said, how are you holding up? He said, well, it's been tough, but God is there. He said, send me your account. Everybody hear this. And the guy sent $10 million. He said, use it to take care of yourself. You can return it anytime you're okay. The following month, hear this, the same man call again and say, Cosmos, how are you? Say, I'm fine. Say, are you holding up? Is it better now? Say, my brother, we're still there, but God is helping us. He wired another $10 million. No contract, no documents, no terms of when you are going to pay, how you are going to pay, right? You will know that's called disposable money. Everybody type disposable money. May God help you to meet friends and mentors right, who have those kind of disposable money. They will give you, there's no contract, right? He said when he was stable and then asked for the man's account and then refunded the money. And he then decided to add, I don't know whether it's 10% or 15%. I said the man called back, said, no, I didn't loan you. You know, he said, consider that money a gift. If you called me and you just start crediting my account, you do not even discuss term of loan, when I was going to pay you back, you don't discuss anything. And then you are not happy that I'm giving you ROI for the loan. So consider that my gift for what you did for me. Are we learning at all? Right? So it's important to know you can't go higher than the quality of people you know. And some of us are not taking that seriously. That even if it means I'm emptying my account to build a relationship with somebody higher, I should do it this year. Am I making sense at all? Is somebody learning what I'm talking about? Even if it means I'm having to empty my account so I can network with people that matter, I have to do it. Not people who just gossip. I want to be in the room where people are talking about how to change the world. Imagine, can anybody guess being in the room, whether you like the guy or not, with Elon Musk, right? And Donald Trump and yourself. Can you imagine just being in that room? And the two of you are just gisting. Do you agree with me? The conversation will not be about your enemy. Who knows what I'm talking about? I've had people say they have had meetings with Donald Trump. And one of the things that shocked them was they thought the guy was going to be full of himself. Grant Cardone was telling me this. Said he was shocked how Donald Trump was so into him. Like, oh, how are you? So I heard you homeschool your children. How does that look like? He said he was shocked. You know how you just feel like the guy will feel like I'm Donald Trump. Right? That the guy was just asking him questions about him, about his business, about his family. And you say he's genuinely curious. He said he was shocked. But this is not what the media portrays this guy to be like. So forget what anybody gossips about successful people. The day you meet them, you realize it's a whole different ballgame. And you want to be in those kind of room. The conversation at that level is sweet, right? And it's life-changing. Okay. So I hope I've answered your question. Any more question? By the way, good news. So let me show you my slide. So you see that I did not treat this slide though. That's why I said this thing will have to be done to like 3 parts now. I did not teach my slide. So see my slide today. So, you know, I always come with a slide. See, right? See, customer acquisition. We focused on looking at your business, and goal setting for your business was what this is about, from brand building, marketing, product development, innovation, technology, financial management, team building, all of that we looked at. So like I said, this will have to be a 3-part series at the end of the day. But I must answer this. I'm doing my book signing. I have 2 latest books. I don't know why they didn't put the one for US, because some people here are not even in Nigeria. So we're having a Lagos mentee ball and book launch, right? It's also open for those who are not my mentees. Even my guys are coming and my friends as well. But it will be a great time to also connect with those of you who are my mentees. It's free. I'm paying for hall. I'm paying for food. It's a buffet. I just want to have a great time. Before now, we're not even thinking of adding the book to it. It was just supposed to just be a hangout with my mentee. So we're doing Lagos, we're doing Abuja, and we're doing for USA. USA is going to be Sunday, 29th of December, right, on Sunday. So don't miss it. Scan the QR code for Lagos. If you're in Lagos, scan QR code for Abuja. If you're in Abuja, and let's make this is a physical event. we'll have the physical copy. The last time we did a virtual launch of the book, we haven't done the physical launch of the book yet. So this will be like the official physical launch of the book. I'll also be talking to you more about our what's it called, food bank that God laid in my heart to start in Houston, as well as in Lagos, right? It's a food bank. God just said to me, in 50 years, I should feed 1 billion people, right? So it's audacious. And, and we're starting. I don't do anything small. I have a weakness. My weakness is I don't do it small. I have may you have that kind of weakness where the weakness is that you don't do things small, right? You do it big. And if it's God, it's big, right? And my rule I've always shared is dream so big that failure will be a success. Always try things big so that the failed version of the big, okay, will still be big. Does that make sense? Aha. Imagine a giant, right? The child of a giant that is not big will still be big. And that's the approach to life. So we are turning most of our estates to agro-tourism. And my older brother and I are going to be doing some session in Abuja. If you can make it, it's going to be great. Where we'll be visiting a agro-tourism location. We'll tour the place, we'll eat there, and then we'll break down how to set up an agro-tourism business. I have a surprise guest as well who has done this and is doing this in Abuja in his house. We'll even visit his house as well and see what he's doing with agro-tourism. Just turning, 1 acre land and then see how you can, turn it to green and generate income. Because a lot of you are real estate developers, we all have land, and the land is just sitting there, we're doing nothing with it. So next year, watch out. All of you have to come do retreats in our various farms. You will drink fresh milk, you eat water, right? Everything you eat there is grown on that location, vegetable fresh, and you see how fresh your life will be in those locations, right? Our next trip for mentees will be in Doha. Who is excited? Is a CEO professional leadership retreat Doha. It's going to be really, really an amazing time. And it's going to be February 13th to 17th. And I want you to make sure you're there. I have a latest article on Forbes. You can read my latest article on Forbes. Just screenshot the URL. I don't know why the URL is always small, right? That URL is supposed to be big enough. Olabode or whoever did this design, always make the link to a website big and bold so they can read it well. So you read my article on Forbes. So I'm coming to Canada. Who is excited? Anybody in Canada here? So I'm visiting all the cities in Canada. And so we now have a date. Toronto is January 10th. Montreal. So tell your friends in Canada, you can screenshot this and send to anybody you know in Canada. Montreal is February 1st. Vancouver is February 8th. Calgary is February 22nd. Edmonton, Alberta is March 1st. Ottawa, Gatineau is March 8th. Winnipeg is March 15th. Quebec City is March 22nd. Okay. So that is the tours we have. So see you on 27th, or see you hopefully for those of you who are coming to Lagos on the 15th for my book launch and mentee hangout, or those of you in Abuja on 21st, okay, in Abuja. I can't wait to see you all. God bless you. Don't forget, if you want to invest in our US project, send me a message and we'll tell you more. God bless you. Mr. Barry, take it away.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Please, can we give a very big virtual clap to Dr. Akintayo for this very natural not theory, natural, insightful ways to set goals. Thank you very much. My life too is being transformed by what I've heard today. Thank you very much. Let's give a clap. All right, very good. Now you can see this is just a tip of the iceberg. A tip of the iceberg. Make sure you do all the assignments given to you. Make sure you do them and submit them within a week. All right? And then so you can qualify to be in the 27th of December session. It's going to be great. It's going to be massive. It's going to be explosive, I can tell you. Please begin to prepare for how to make your goals for 2025 massive, great, large, expansive. This is a call for you. Let's all make it a day on 27 again with our chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Thank you everyone for being in this call. Thank you for taking our time to be in this program. We appreciate you for your sacrifice, for your time. We are so much grateful to every one of you. And then I want to say, dream big, have big visions for 2025 for your business. All right, thank you everyone. I want to say a big good night for those of you in Nigeria, and whatever time you are in the world, I greet you in your own various time zone. See you on the 27th. The same link will communicate to you the details on this before the 27th. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening. Bye for now.
Today, I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Chairman GTEX Holdings, and I'm super excited. I'm leaving Florida for Houston, where I will be hosting the virtual launch of 2 of my books here in the US. One is called the Global Real Estate Investment Handbook. The other is the ABC of Investing in America. And these 2 books detail strategies, processes for anyone, beginners or people at advanced stage, to take their real estate investment into the next level. It's been highly demanded. People have said, hey, you teach real estate. Can we have a book that details it? A lot of people are shocked by our $200 million expansion here in the US, and I'm wondering, we thought it was a joke. You moved from Nigeria, expanded to Dubai, and then now see the massive stuff you do in the US. How do we do the same thing? How do we replicate the same thing? So good news, this Saturday, 23rd of November, is going to be the official launch of the book. It's going to be an amazing time, and you can register on the website attached to this video. The time is also here. It's free, and guess what? For every single one we show up, we'll be able to download the book for free. Yes, you heard me. Of course, each of the book will be selling for $47 on Amazon, but all of you coming, you'll be able to download the soft copy and the audio for free. Yes, so register now, share the link with your friends, with your loved ones. My target is if I can get 1 million free downloads on the day of the launch, we're good. And after that, we move to, of course, officially selling it. But why am I giving it free? I'm starting a food bank in Nigeria and a food bank in Houston, Texas. And we just want people to donate any amount, and then all the money goes towards the food bank. It's called the Mercy Food Bank in Houston and Mercy Food Bank in Lagos. So we're starting that. And it's one of the things God laid in my heart that in the next few years, we should feed 1 billion people. It's one of the target, it's a big dream, it's a tall order. It's actually a 50-year goal. And in the next 50 years, we should feed 1 billion people free food. So we're establishing that. So it's going to be free for you to download. Just make a donation and you'll be able to download the book and help your investment journey in the real estate sector. So I look forward to seeing you all at the virtual launch this Saturday. It's going to be amazing. I love you all. God bless you, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I am the founder, chairman, GTX Holdings, and the founder, Stephen Akintayo Foundation, an organization